Hello. Welcome everyone. It is Friday. Wow, look at that background. Isn't that a very nice background? You might wonder, Wolfie, where is this place? What is this place that looks so nice? Good question. It is in fact Colorado. Whoa, what the frick? That's where Slime Molder is. It's just outside the popular resort city of Aspen, rise two of the Centennial State's most beloved 14ers. I don't know what that means, but it looks quite nice. Isn't that the lake from VR Fishing? No, it's different, okay? It's totally different. The lighting is different. The foliage is different colored. The reflections are different. Anyway, welcome Stream Elements, welcome Yurga, welcome Hamflow, Wed, and JD, and Ilorezi, Lastabaka, Zoe, and Stanley, and Hamp. Everyone's here. Literally everyone's here. You know, it's the usual Friday. We're gonna just do the same thing. This guy's always doing the same stuff, man. And then every stream he talks about how he does the same stuff. We're gonna open up On Together. Slime Molder, this is in Colorado. Can you believe that? We checked and it said it was Colorado. That's crazy. And I was like, that's where Slime Molder is. Location doxed. Literally doxed. But anyway, we're gonna open this up. We're gonna do request to join. We got private, Wolfie, just call it Wolfie. Is that the maroon bells? There's only one way to find out. Yes, holy frick, you actually know where this is. Amazing, because I feel like I never know where things are, but it's cool that you are aware of various locations. It's pretty famous, yeah, but I've never heard of it. If I've never heard of it, is it even real? Oh, I forgot to actually share the code. Alright, this is the code, On Together Lobby. Around here, they're very neat looking mountains. They do look very nice. Fairly dangerous to climb. I wouldn't even have assumed that I would have been able to climb it. I look at it and I go, that's pretty. But to me, I'm not like, oh, that's something to climb. To me, it's just a thing that exists in the distance that I will never climb. Anyway, we're gonna do some picross puzzle making, as usual. I think at some point I probably have to be like, I'm done with this game, right? And this could theoretically go on forever. I mean, like, maybe not forever. There's a limit to how many puzzles I can make, but that limit is pretty high. But you know, at some point I have to be like, this is enough puzzles, and then like I have to like work on the other stuff in the game. But it is kind of nice to just have pixel art streams. We get to be like, oh, what if you made this thing? And then I'm like, okay, what if I did make this thing? And then I make the thing and it's like it doesn't work as a puzzle, and I have to be like, oh, I have to like put one of the pixels here or whatever. And then everyone goes, that's so cool. Wow, you're making a Game Boy game? Whoa, that's crazy. On the real Game Boy? Oh, man. Whoa, that's so cool. Wow. Anyway. It's Friday. It is Friday, guys. Everyone have a good Friday. What did I do this Friday? Which is today. I completed some required trainings at work. You know, like every year they have like, oh, you gotta do this training about corruption, don't accept bribes, security, keep your computer secure, don't put in random USBs. If you find a cable on the floor, don't plug it into your computer, just bring it to the IT department. Stuff like that. Do you think if you spent the rest of your life making pixel art under the guise of making a video game, do you think anyone would catch on? No, because like people just do that normally. There's people that work on art for games and those games never come out. So like that's a thing. It is Friday, yeah. Also don't harass people. Don't accept bribes from people. Anyway, it was a bit weird because I feel like some of the graphics used during the training were like AI generated. It was like kind of obvious. I was looking at it, I was like, this is definitely some AI generated art made for this training course, and I don't appreciate it. But you know, whatever, it's fine. It's probably not, in the long term, it's probably not fine. But like, what am I gonna do, right? It's just a training we gotta do every year. I'm not gonna be the one that's like, hey, this thing's AI. You should not be using AI generated. Whatever. It's always comes back to this. Anyway, you might be wondering, Wolfie, what have you updated in the game since last time? Good question. The answer is nothing. That's right, nothing. What are training videos if they don't use stock images? Well, they weren't like training videos. They were interactive websites where you had to like click around. And those things were definitely AI. They had like a voice that was AI, just reading the text. It was all there. It's like a bunch of people in a meeting room, and then it's like, oh, this employee suggests this thing, and everyone agrees. Do you think they should have done this? And then like whatever. But then the art of them in the meeting room is definitely AI generated. Illustrations or whatever. But yeah, that's life, you know? Sometimes things change. Sometimes things are different. And yet, many times they are the same. Alright, I was gonna say, like, what have I done since last time? Nothing. Same old thing. There's like a bunch of stuff that I still need to do in this game and just not getting around to it. I'm lazy. You're like, what else is there? Besides the puzzles, what else do you even need to do? Well, up here it's still a little bit empty. This thing is like empty. This thing needs to be relocated somewhere. I'm like, do I put it here? But if I put it here, it might still block some numbers. But that's fine. That's probably better than it blocking the puzzle. I could also put it up here because there's nothing there, but what if I put something there later, right? But there isn't. So I could put it down here. But that is still yet to be determined. For some reason, Altogether is killing my audio quality. Man, what are they doing? I think the game is going to be released for real soon. I had a weird experience the other day. I called a financial company to get my account unlocked. The guy I talked to sounded like AI, but I think it was someone using a voice changer. I feel like a lot of customer support things are going to be replaced, if not already, with AI. Like, definitely, like, most of the chatbots nowadays on support websites are definitely AI. Welcome Chicken Coop Enjoyer, thank you for the 41 months. That is many months. Instead of level 58, it could say 58 in massive letters, but why would I want massive letters though? I've already implemented the logic. I guess we don't really need for it to say level, but I think it makes it more obvious what it is. PayPal's AI helped you out 2 weeks ago. With what specifically? With like to get a refund? To be like, I purchased this, but it was falsely advertised. I bought this product and it was a scam. It was fake and not even real. And they should be ashamed. One thing that I realized that I should probably be doing more in these puzzles is using negative space. Also, welcome 27av3l. How do you pronounce your name? Because I don't know if that's the right way. Surely it's not 27av3l. Totavel, is that it? 27. Just say 27. Okay. Had a question about my account status. It just told me what to do. I see. I guess like stuff like that is fine. 27. Totavel. 27. 67. Actually, yesterday when I was on the train going home, there was like a bunch of kids on the train, and it was the first time I saw someone reference 67 in real life. It was just a bunch of kids like getting home from school, and they kept saying 67. They kept doing the hand gestures, and then there was like one girl who was like, when I become 67 years old, I'm gonna spam just say like, I'm 67, I'm 67, I'm 67, and then she kept doing the thing with her hands, and I'm like, wow. And then no one responded to her. They just continued talking about what they were talking about. But you know, that's how kids have fun nowadays. When I'm 67 years old, I'm just gonna spam 67. I'm 67. Base kid, she has a good head on her shoulders. Yeah, but everyone ignored her though. No one even cared. No one was like, that's a good idea. They were just like, okay. They didn't even say okay. They just ignored her. Ahead of her time. I don't think she will actually do it when she's 67. I would be surprised if anyone even remembers what 670 is like 50 years from now. I'm trying to think if the memes when I was a kid were this dumb. Probably they were. Yeah, 55. You guys remember 55? 420, 69. Will you do it? Will I say I'm 6'7" when I'm 67? I don't know, probably not. Welcome Alk Chakar. You paid attention, that's what matters. That is true, and then it became an anecdote on my stream. And then maybe like one day, like 50 years from now, that child will be so embarrassed of their past, they'd be like, oh man, I can't believe I said that. When they turn 67 years old, they'll have a flashback to like 50 years ago when they were on that train with their friends. They're like, oh, life used to be so simple. I was going home from school with all my friends on the train, and then we just all kept saying 67. And I said, when I'm 67, I'll do this. And then she'll cry. She'll cry because it was so cringe. And yet, back then, she was free. None of this working for money, just having fun. That child butterfly effect, you know, no. I'm talking about that's what she's gonna think when she's 67. I will have no such recollection. Maybe I will remember it. It is in my notes after all. I do take notes on interesting things that happen when I go outside. Or whatever. Not even just outside, just in general. Truly a that's what she thinks moment. Exactly. Anyway, what do I draw? What if we made a 6'7", 6'7" picross puzzle? Okay, let me check my notes. What are some things that are relevant to add as puzzles? We added a pocket watch, that's done. Oh, a flag, because like the flag at the top of Sugar Mountain, that's a thing. A beanie, but that's not even relevant to my streams though. Someone doing the 6'7" pose? No, I don't think so. That's too much. It's too much to do. That's a wild comment. Which one? That's what she thinks pose? Oh, truly a... Let's say... I can't even see it. What is it? Truly, is that a wild comment? Wolfie, when he's 67 years old, reading his old notes, remembering about the 6'7" child. We'll all remember. You'll remember. When you're 67 years old, you will remember the times when you were watching this stream, and I was telling you a story about how I was on the train. And you're like, oh yeah, remember when Wolfie told us the story about the kid on the train? I should bring that up to him on today's stream. And then you tune into my stream and I'm like 67 years old and I'm still streaming. You're like, hey Wolfie, remember that thing from like 50 years ago? I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. And then we all laugh about it because we'll all be there. I will still be streaming. Everyone will still be watching for some reason. And we'll have a good time. We'll laugh. And all of my 10,000 viewers will be like, oh, I wasn't there. Oh, no, I wasn't there for that. And then we'll be like, oh, that's too bad. You should have been there. Oh my god, that was so fun. Bro, that was good times, dude. How do I make a flag? Interesting. Like, you could have these things be like this. And then, like, this thing could be this color. But then it kind of looks like, you know, the flag is colored like this rather than this being shading. So, like, I don't know, maybe it's like this. But then, like, when you have this, it's like, what about this then? I don't even know. Can't wait for my follow age to be 6'7". I'm gonna be so sick of it. Wait, this looks kind of okay. Sick. It's sick, dude. This guy are sick 7. They should do that. They should have that thing be like, this guy are sick. And then the other guy says 7. And then everyone laughs. They're like, haha, 6'7". 6'7". I watched the Northern Lion dissemination on 6'7". What did he say about it? What was his thing? Was that the one where he was like, oh, thanks for clapping. Was that the one where he was like, it's cool that, yeah, that thing. No, it's like, it's good that he's getting into it because then kids, no, this is what he said. He's gonna make 6'7" references and then it's like all the kids that are like young, they'll be like, oh, that's so funny, an older person's referencing 6'7". And then the slightly older kids are gonna be like, oh frick, this guy's referencing my meme, I gotta stop doing it. It's not cool anymore because now the older people are starting to say it. Right? That's how things go. Is that you just think something is cool and then you find out it's not cool anymore. It's just not cool anymore. When a meme goes viral and then brands start copying it, and then you're like, oh well, they've ruined it. But did they really ruin it or did we ruin it by overusing it? Really makes it think, really causes you to ponder truly what it means to be a meme. Kids pick up slang from the age bracket right above theirs, at least sometimes. It's true. Sometimes it does happen. Not always. I don't know. Are there any memes that are even fun anymore? Anyone even having fun with memes? What was the last meme that you thought was actually good? The Freyren meme. The Freyren from a looking up angle. That's a good meme. But I'm sure I'm gonna get annoyed of it at some point. I'm gonna be like, oh, that thing is so old. Like the Netflix account asking artists to draw Freyren. Wait, yeah. I was literally talking about that. Is Rick a meme? I don't think so. He's just a character from a game, and that's totally different. Dat Boy was pretty good, but he's a little old. Oh shoot! That's not what they said. That's not what the meme said, but that's how I'm gonna say it. oh shoot, here comes that boy. But it's not that boy, it's that boy. Wow. There goes that boy. Truly a relic of his time. And everyone understood. Everyone understood the assignment. Does this look enough like a flag? If someone showed this to you and were like, what is this? That's a flag, right? Welcome, Saxy Goose. Memes don't have the staying power they used to. Yeah, they become irrelevant so quickly. It looks weird. Oh man. But why? But why does it look weird? What if it didn't look weird? What if instead of looking weird, it looked good? Have we thought about this? If this thing was there, and then we had this color. No, it's actually impossible. What if it was like this? Oh, maybe this is better, maybe, because like then you can tell. Let's go like this. Or perhaps even that. Is this, does this look like a flag? Wonder if memes truly become irrelevant more quickly than they used to. I mean, like back in the day, memes would last for years. You know, all your base or belong to us. That stuff would last for like a long time. It looks too straight to be a flag. Man. What about this? What if it was like this instead? Really, some of them just flared up and vanished. People who kept using them stood out as weirdos. What, the all your base meme? That was before they were even called memes. The term meme wasn't even used for that for a while. Numa, that was one. Numa. That guy's still around. He's still making those videos sometimes. Spread of information. It is true. It is true. No, Rickroll is like still around though. People are still Rickrolling even to this day. Like that's one of the ones that withstood the test of time. Like I'm sure 20 years from now people will still be Rickrolling. Memes will be measured in days. What about the first meme of 2024? Anyone even remember that one? The ones that are rightfully inappropriate. That one still has value because it's a genuinely good song. We are no strangers to love. Lost, yeah, Lost is one of them. That one's gonna stick around. It has to. It literally has to. It's a classic. What are some other classic memes you think are gonna stick around even 20 years from now? 6-7. I don't think 6-7's gonna stick around. Long Cat. I feel like Long Cat, I don't know. It's not really so much a meme. I guess it is a meme, but like not really something that people post regularly. Like when was the last time you saw someone post Long Cat? And in what context even? Just like when something is long, they just post Long Cat is long. Is that what it is? Within this year? What the? When someone posts a Long Cat, does that happen often? I don't know. Maybe Did Elon ruin Doge, or is it still funny? I don't think Doge was really ever like funny. It was just like, it was just kind of just there. I don't know. Maybe it is funny. Icon has cheeseburger. Remember that? Was that ever funny? Neon cat. I guess memes don't have to be funny. Also, I just looked at this. This kind of looks like someone like doing Buddhist meditation, like Zen meditation. It's like one of those Russian like hats. What is it called? Ushanka or whatever. Someone like, this is someone like in a Zen pose. This is like their leg. This is their face. This is their hat. This is the scarf or something. Yeah, Ushanka. Doge passed away. I think is less funny now. It's true. Oh, that Doge. Alright, this definitely looks like a flag, right? Surely this can be discernible as a flag. It does look a bit weird, this thing. But then like if it's not there, then like what, like it would be like this, but then like Butter Dog. I feel like Butter Dog never truly caught on. It's still like a little bit of a niche like reference, but I think it's a good one. Butter Dog. I appreciate Butter Dog. It's literally the dog with the butter. Butter Dog. Dog with the butter on him. Butter on the dog. As long as Karagi is still around, I will appreciate Butter Dog. It's a good dog. Dog with the butter. Okay, what if I put like a design on the flag? What is a flag design that I could put? What if it was just like a smile? What if it was like what if it was like one of these? Just like a Japan flag? No. What if it was like a heart? A heart flag. That could be something. I don't know what it is, but I do have it in me to suddenly pick up an older meme and run with it. Which meme would you pick up? Wolfie smile. Welcome X-Tag. What if this flag ends up being something really controversial? Like I don't know. Okay, what if it was just a smile? You could have a smile flag. And then everyone's like, oh shoot. That's the smile flag. That's the flag. What if it was like a cat? Welcome Royal ZK. What if it was like a cat, you know? Could totally just be a cat. But then like it's kind of hard to tell. Dog. What if we... Okay, I'm just gonna have it be a smile. What if it was like a vertical... One of these smiles. But like this part looks weird. But then it makes sense though, right? This part makes sense because it's like this part's going lower. But then in this it looks weird. Whatever, you know, that's fine. It's fine. If smile, I cancel. I can't even. What about this one? This guy supports the smilers. No, it was a different era, okay? How was I supposed to know? Here, this could be a puzzle. Wow, oh no. Okay, what if we... Okay, maybe we don't have the smile. But it's like, it's so boring if it's just this. What if it was the French flag? No, they're gonna get cancelled. We can't support the French here. I like it. The smile or the French? You have to clarify. The normal, like without anything? But like as a puzzle though, is this even an interesting puzzle if it was just this? Maybe. If we had, okay, what if we had like, what if we had people censor French all the time. Alright, what if we just like, what if this part was dark and then we just did this, right? Like that is a little bit more interesting of a puzzle. Slightly, but it might also be easier. I don't know. Whatever. This is the puzzle, guys. This is literally the puzzle. This feels like it might be kind of easy though. Welcome to mine. Hello. This one would go there, and then we would have these ones. We got this thing. Okay, what if it was a little bit more, less even? Welcome, what's a butts? What if it was like this? And then this one was there, and then like, you know, now it's like a little bit less the same. I should probably go punch hay. I think that is not how the phrase goes. I think the phrase is I'm gonna hit the hay, which is like different, similar but different. Despite the fact that punching and hitting are kind of similar, it is like a bit different. To punch the hay. Anyone up punching the hay right now? Hey, what the heck? You can't punch the hay. That's illegal. Hay boxing. When was the last time you've all seen hay before? After punching the hay, I will go collide. What the heck? What is he talking about? Collapse. Collide. Oh, instead of crash. Crash Bandicoot. Did I welcome Namington? I don't know if I did. No. Welcome to you. Last time I saw hay can't be that long ago. I don't remember the last time I've seen hay. It must have been, well, I don't know. Like, hay is sometimes used in pillows, but my pillows don't have hay. As far as I know. It might have been, you know, like at the zoo. They do have hay at the zoo. It comes up from time to time if you're in the outskirts. Yeah, but that's not me though. I can't even relate to any of this. Alright, wait, this is not solvable. There's things on the right side that can't even be solved. Unless I remove one thing. Okay, if I remove one pixel, it becomes solvable. What's the difference between hay and straw? One of them is a thing that you drink from, and the other one is what you say when you greet someone. That's the difference. What if you just said straw? What if an alternate universe where instead of saying hay, we all just said straw? How can you in the outskirts if you can't out the inskirts? I don't know, it's too complicated. It's too complex. Honestly, it's too much. Did I welcome old man diabetes? I don't think I have. Welcome. I don't think I've ever been in skirts. Me neither. Okay, next thing. Next puzzle. New frame. Delete this frame. Needle in a straw stack. No. Okay, so flag is done. You might think like, what even is the flag a reference to? That's right, it is a reference to the flag at the top of Sugar Mountain in Vacuous Sugar Quest, of course. Obviously. Even though it looks nothing like this. Well, it kind of looks like this. It just has different colors. Okay, next puzzle. The next puzzle is... Oh, what about the Earth? What about the planet? And what if with this one, with this one we use negative space? I think that's good. Sometimes you gotta have negative space. There's too much positivity. Have to bring some negativity into this world, of course. Bam. Check that out. And then within here, you can simply just like have some arbitrary shapes. And then people go, oh shoot, that looks like the Earth. Wow. Look at that. Okay, so that's the water. And then within here, obviously here you gotta have Northern America, right? Northern America, as everyone calls it. Not North America, but Northern America. There's Texas. There's this thing. There's like this stuff over here. That stuff. Got these things. Death Star. I don't even know StarCraft. That's right, I said StarCraft. You're like, Wolfie, that's not StarCraft. That's you're thinking of the different thing that has star in it. That's Star Trek, obviously. Duh, Wolfie, that's Star Trek. No, he's rage baiting again. Wolfie's rage baiting again. Surely he knows that it's Star Citizen. StarCraft. I remember this one video where NL was in a game show. He was annoyed people kept calling him Northern. Esports legend Northern. He wasn't annoyed. It was just... That's just what people called him. That was his name. And then there was a guy who was like Minions. Remember the Minions? Everyone's like, haha, wouldn't that be funny? Minions. I guess this planet doesn't have to be Earth. I could just make up random landmasses and then be like, oh, look at that. This is just a planet. But like if it vaguely looks like Earth, maybe that's good. Right, you can tell this is Europe, right? This is Europe, this is Africa. obviously. Then over there. Duh, of course. There, does this look enough like Earth? Does this look like World of Warcraft? Whatever the regions are called. No, these are too close. They're too close to each other. It does. This is literally Azeroth, right? That's what it's called, Azeroth. Kalimdor. What is Azeroth? I don't know. I live there. Location docks right here, literally right here. Azeroth. Welcome, Good Cat Gaming. Like if someone showed this to you, would you be like, this is Earth? Oh, and then I could put like clouds over it to represent the atmosphere. Wait, but it might be kind of confusing though. Like if you have this stuff on the side, like this. Wow. See, this looks like a planet. Or this already looks like a planet. That's crazy. You can just add several pixels and it looks like something. Yep, that right there, that is a planet. From here though, it just looks like a mess. But that's fine. Not everyone understands the vision. Maybe these should be a bit more like this. Welcome Destawaits. I know there's some color picross games, but I don't know which ones are good. I'm not really a fan of the colored picross. Welcome Tiny. I think on Earth clouds it won't extend beyond the atmosphere. Man, you wouldn't see it extended. But what if you did though? What if the world was actually different instead of being the same? I guess it would be like this. Hold on, I mean, look at Earth as seen from space. No, you're right. You're so right. You're actually so right. Does this look enough like Earth? You can tell, right? You can be like, oh, that's totally Earth right there. That's literally Earth. I think this one, maybe we don't have this. It's like rotated. You can see it like from the top. I don't know. Sure. You know what? Sure. That's like enough like the Earth, maybe. And then like this stuff has got to go out more though. But then if this goes out more, then it looks like this. I'm not going to say Earth. I'm just going to say planet. No, I guess it should be Earth. Oh, we could have another one that's like Jupiter or whatever. Something with the rings around it. The question is this solvable? We have to know. We literally gotta know. Anyone on Earth right now? I hope so. Jupiter. New tag. Earth. Jupiter, stupider. Hey, you can't see that. I wish it was Venus. Unfortunately, that's not possible. With our current technology, it's actually not possible. It's too complex to be rendered on a Game Boy. Okay, what about the next one? What if it was microphone? Microphone. Like, you know, streamers, they all have microphones, you know, not all of them. Many of them do. But like if it was specifically the SM7B. But I feel like it's kind of hard for it to be seen as a microphone, so you have to do like the standard microphone. The Shure SM58, the classic round at the top microphone, and then it's got like this. But then that looks like maracas. I don't know. Planet Glorp. This sound effect sounds like SpongeBob's walking sound. Oh, like from the song? I could hear that. What's another thing? What's another thing I could add? Miku, Hatsune Miku. I could add a Mario hat. That's a thing. It looks like Morocco. What looks like Morocco? What does Mario's hat look like? Like this. That's not even remotely similar. It's a me, Mario. You know anyone that says it like Mario? Oh, when I was in high school, there was like this one person who would always say Mario. And everyone would make fun of him for it. But he would continue to pronounce it like that. Mario. Super Mario. What if it was subpar Mario instead of super? Wow. What about green Mario? I mean, I guess this one would be green. The Game Boy color scheme on the regular Game Boy is in fact quite green. It's literally green. Okay, what if we added the water emoji? You know, there's one that has like, it's got like the water, it's like over here. And then it's got like this thing. And then it's got like this. All right. The water emoji. That's a thing. Oh, what about the battery? Like we could, okay, idea is Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi symbol. Wi-Fi symbol, we can have a battery symbol. The save icon, which is actually a floppy disk. It's kind of weird that I called it a save icon instead of a floppy disk. There's things. There's so many things. Okay, what if this one was negative space? Potable water emoji, right? That's what it's called. Potable water emoji. That's right. It's right there. Potable water. When was the last time you had a PC with a floppy drive? Probably the early 2000s. Maybe the late 90s. I don't know. I just lack information thereof. There, it's gotta be this one. literally has to be. For me, it was probably 2013 to 2015. What the heck? That's so recent. Wolfie emoji. Never. They would never do that. Because they're cowards. They just don't get it. Man. They simply fail to understand. Alright, so this one, and then you have this thing up here, and then it'd be like this, right? It would simply be like this. But is that not too easy of a puzzle, if you think about it? Kind of an easy puzzle. It's kind of like really easy though. But maybe it's not. Maybe it's actually not easy. Maybe it's actually quite difficult, honestly. Welcome, Nutritious. Is this too easy? That's the question. We all are wondering whether this is too easy as a puzzle. If it was like this. There. What about this one? It would have, okay, what if we took it and made it more like an emoji by rounding off the corners? Ah, look at that. And then it's like slightly more challenging, like only a little bit slightly. And then we move everything over by one for some reason. Oh, but now, then it's like that. You can't have that. Guys, you can't even have that. You might think that you can have that, but you can't. Alright, what about this? I think that's good, right? You can tell that that's something. Maybe. I don't know. Sure. And we find out if this is solvable. Anyway, anything else interesting happen? It's always what happens on these streams. Just like, what is there even to discuss, man? What even is there to discuss? Oh, there was the wasn't there like HoloLive was on Twitch yesterday? Did anyone tune into that? Anyone have the emotes? Do I have it? I've got the Yago emote. I think that's the only one that I have. There's like 3 of them. To get all of them, you have to watch for like 3 hours or something, and I did not watch for 3 hours. Yago. Yagu. What if instead of Yago, it was Yagu? A lot of people do think that, based on the way that it's spelled. I only watched a bit of Muna the other day. I tuned into some of Kiara's stream. I have Fuamoko and Holo Elizabeth. Those are gift subs. I would have assumed that they're gift subs. Water. This one's gonna be water. Okay, I'm gonna try to solve this one because I think it might be kind of easy. It does feel like it might be kind of easy. I have an eggy sub. Yo, what the? Nice. Some might even say it's nice. Yep. That's it. It's 9. And this one we all know it can't be there, right? Then you got 119. So this one is gotta be there. Same thing for all of these. And then this thing being an 8 tells you it must simply be there. And also this. That Elizabeth emote is one of the limited ones. Oh. It's kind of weird that they're like, you can only use them for like 2 weeks or something, right? Like, what's the point? Why even do that? It just seems kind of pointless to me. You know, oh, can't wait to use an emote of the CEO of Hololive Corporation, of Cover Corporation. And for what? Yo, is that Gigi Murren? Murn? Holo. I don't have that one. What the? I don't have any of them. It's actually messed up. Don't they know who I am? They should have been like, we gotta make sure that Wolfie gets these emotes, you know? Obviously. Okay, Twitch is gonna run an ad soon. When it runs that ad, I'm gonna drink some water. How would you even use those emotes? When someone talks about Yago or the specific Hololive talents that are in the emote. You're like, whoa, someone mentioned this VTuber, now I have the perfect emote for that. Yago can be a Kappa. No. I don't think so. There's no way. We all know these can't be here, right? Obviously. Can't even be there, dude. Isn't the Yaga only available for a limited time? Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, you watch their channel for like 3 hours to get that emote, and you can only use it for like a week or 2 weeks or something. Makes no sense. Anyway, I'm gonna drink water. Alright. Welcome, Panis. I wonder which of the whole streamers will stick around. I mean, I know Elizabeth Bloodflame will, because she was doing roleplay on Twitch already. I feel like a lot of the Hololive fans are really mad that they're on Twitch. They're like, don't freaking stream on Twitch. I freaking hate that website. Can't believe they would ever have this collab. Twitch is so desperate. They hate VTubers, which is also true, by the way. They do hate VTubers. That's a reasonable complaint. That Twitch is promoting all these Hololive VTubers despite the fact that they literally hate VTubers that aren't Hololive. I don't know. Let them realize how broken the YouTube chat is. I don't know. I don't believe Twitch hates VTubers. Well, some people might disagree. I also think they probably like, I don't think they intentionally like go out to target VTubers. It's just based on various happenings. People could understandably be like, oh, look, why would they do this to VTubers? Okay, so this takes 5 minutes. That's not so bad, actually. That's perfectly fine. That's a fine time for a puzzle like this. I've slowly been weeding out people on Twitter, though, instead, based on great takes like that they hate VTubers. Pandas also hates VTuber. Which VTuber do you hate the most, though? Can everyone name all the VTubers that you hate? No, don't actually do it. I'm sure someone's gonna say it ironically, though. They're gonna name a VTuber that they do enjoy, and then it's like, actually, I hate them. But we all know that's sarcasm. I think Twitch is very annoyed by VTubers, that's for sure. There's things out there. VTubers, what's the deal? This is my new bit now. I just say things in Seinfeld voice. Do you hear about this one, George? VTubers. That's not what he sounds like. VTubers. What's the deal with VTubers? They're virtual and they're tubers? What's next? Virtual potato? Am I right? Jerry, you don't get it. You don't get it. I've sent $100 and she read my name. Best $100 I spent. I honestly don't get why Twitch hates on VTubers anyway. Like what shape it takes. Maybe I watched the wrong people. I don't know. There's things. Imagine giving $100 to a VTuber. You're always talking about this. Constantly talking about spending money on VTubers. Who would ever do? Literally no one does that. People would never donate hundreds of dollars to have their message be read. It's absurd. Yeah, can someone gift 5 subs to Vacuously right now? Is that a horse looking sideways glorp emote? It's RP side eye. Alright, what else do I add? So we have the water. Okay, a Wi-Fi symbol. The Wi-Fi. I'm gonna do a bunch more like negative space ones. Because we need some of those, you know? Sometimes you just need some negativity. You can't all be positive. Bam. Look at this Wi-Fi symbol. Now you might be like, Wolfie, why would you add Wi-Fi? Why even fi? Wi-Fi this, Wi-Fi that. What about Wi-Fi? Why don't you look for a Wi-Fi? Panis has in fact gifted a sub. Unbelievable. Why even fi though? We're always asking this. Why even fi? They're always asking Wi-Fi, never how-fi. Never when-fi. They don't get it. No one understands, man. It's kind of messed up, if you think about it. Why all the flying? Stop all the downloading, guys. He's done it. So easy. So easy to get people to give subs. There. Look at this. Wait, I should trim this off. Wait, it's uneven though. The Wi-Fi symbol does not look like this. I believe this part is like lower down or something. And this part can be here. Oops. Is this good? Is this even good? What's the deal with CSV files? I don't know. What is the deal? What's the deal with CSV files? I don't even see. SV, what does that mean? The something, I don't know. What if we lower this again, guys? What if everything was lowered? And then up here, we simply had another thing. Is this enough, like the Wi-Fi symbol? Perhaps it's like this. And then this thing can be like this. Bam. Is anyone on Wi-Fi right now? What is strange question? You're always asking weird questions, Wolfie. Is anyone on Wi-Fi? Well, anyone on Wi-Fi right now? Holy frick, I'm on Wi-Fi. I can relate. Oh my god, I'm using Wi-Fi right now. Is your phone on Wi-Fi? Yes. Exactly. I'm on Wi-Fi. Yo, holy. Oh my god, what's Wi-Fi? You better go catch it, haha. Wi-Fi, I find it quite simple actually. What Wi-Fi? You're telling me why this Fi? Wi-Fi, I sure hope it does. Alright, this is the Wi-Fi. Oh, but this is something that I need to change in my code because I don't think I have handling for like if it has like a dash in it. Everything has only had spaces. Wi-Fi. Y-Fi. This one might fail to compile because it has a dash. Yep. Yep. It looks uneven. Well, I don't know how to prevent that. I just don't know. I simply lack the information thereof. Wi-Fi hater? Why? Can you make it a pixel wider? No. No, that's the entire point, is that this is a 15 by 15. If I made it 1 pixel wider, it would be 16 by 16, which I don't have support for. Welcome cat pods. What NAT type are you though? I don't even know. If I can't do at least 2 gigabits per second, I'm not interested. Look at this guy with his high-speed internet. It's crazy. Not caught lacking. I think it's good enough. I just have to adjust the logic for compilation. Let's edit my Rust code. This is written in Rust, by the way. Only the asset handler is written in Rust. Where do I define these? Define Metasprite 78. Bar pointer. Define puzzle tag y -5. Where is that defined? Anyone else defining their Wi-Fi? This game isn't even out. It's already rusty. No, the game is not rusty. The processing is rusty. Frame count. So this one, define tag name sanitize. Am I not using, oh, I only replace space. I should also be replacing dashes. I should be replacing anything that is not alphanumeric or whatever. Wi-Fi lost the kids. Exactly. Wife. Rust string replace. It doesn't have to be a regular expression, okay? It just has to be replace. It takes a pattern. Pattern. What implements a pattern? The only time I ever wrote any Rust was making a converter for some proprietary image format used by an old VN engine. Bro, this guy was working on car engines, the V8 engine where N equals 8. It's crazy. Can't believe this. Character. Ooh, look at this. Searches for characters that are equal to any of the characters in the slice. That's amazing. You can literally make characters. Well, okay. You can replace... It's gonna be space and also dash. Now we can update this later. Don't even have a V8. Right, I was thinking of the fruit juice. That's a different thing. You can tell I don't know cars because I said the V8 engine. What if we wrote our own engine where 6 equals 7? You can't do that. That's illegal. That's literally against the law, okay? Don't you know that you're breaking the law right now? It's actually messed up. Well, this seems solvable. All New Yorkers hate Cars. I've never even watched Cars, you know? A lot of people talk about Lightning McQueen. I don't even know, dude. I've literally never seen that guy. Wow. Did I solve it too fast? If I solve it in 0 minutes and 0 seconds, it doesn't count. Megiro McQueen. See, I was thinking of that, but I chose not to say it. I just chose not to say it. Okay, this one we're gonna move these around. Okay, this Wi-Fi cannot be right next to water. Okay, it's got to be next to camera. Megiro McQueen. Just looked up a heat map of internet speed in the USA. Apparently North Dakota has the best internet. Why is that? Is that where Google has like their fiber or something? Is that what it is? That's a thing. Google Fiber. It happens. Okay, next puzzle. Wi-Fi is done. Save icon. Let's do the save icon. And by save icon, I mean floppy disk. I only have 2.5 gigabits per second. I mean, that's better than me. Do you know that in Europe, sorry, in the UK specifically, like 20 something megabits down is like considered like average or fast? I think. Welcome Classic Carabel. Was an average internet speed in the United Kingdom. Broadband speed statistic. That's not what they sound like. What is it saying? Accept all cookies. No. The highest speed I ever got was 800 megabits per second. I gotta say, it's ridiculous. I have 300 megabits per second, and I think it's like good enough. Good enough for me. Median average internet speed was 73 megabits per second. This is an increase of more than 12%. Upload speeds. Oh, maybe I was thinking of upload. Yeah, the average upload speed is pretty low. Southampton has the fastest average download speeds. I think Australia also had some really bad internet. Oh, those Australians. They don't even know, dude. Any Australians watching this? What's the deal? Australia, it's on the other side of the world. Wow, that's crazy. Internet doesn't flow as well when the pipes are upside down. Yeah, as we all know, the internet is a series of tubes. V-tubes, if you will. Let's see, what do we have here? This one. Floppy disk icon. The later you got internet, the better internet you got. Isn't the internet in South Korea like really, really good? Something like that. It's like, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. Alright, floppy disk. I think Romania has really great internet speeds. What parts of the world have the best internet? Internet speeds by country. Singapore is pretty good internet. Chile, France. This is the median. Singapore is really. Chile has really good internet. Chile, some people would say Chile. Hong Kong, the United Arab Emirates. France, for some reason. I had really bad internet until a few years ago, and then suddenly an ISP with fiber popped out of nowhere. They're just doing that stuff. Median mobile download speed 614 megabits per second for mobile. Holy frick. That's crazy. For mobile? South Korea. Alright, that's amazing. What's the worst one? Bolivia. Gotta be on 6G. I don't know. How is Brazil so high? Because everyone goes there. Everyone is asked to go to Brazil. And if you want people to go to Brazil, you gotta have good internet. Bolivia's in some sort of crisis. Crisis? Yeah, more like I'm about to cry, sis. Alright guys, am I right guys? So true, Wolfie. So true, so true. We have some pretty big telecom companies. Chile. Are you in Chile? I thought you were in Brazil. Was I mistaken? This whole time I thought you were in Brazil for some reason. Why? Why would you are okay? But I guess Chile is near there, so that's what you meant. More like I'm about to download Crisis in 3 seconds. Crisis 3. Crisis. Could you tell that this is a floppy disk? If I simply showed you this icon, you'd be like, oh yeah, definitely. That's totally. Or would I need to, should I have it be like this? Maybe the other way was better. India's mobile speed is twice as high as their fixed broadband. Did they really fix it though? Or is it simply broken? There, is this a floppy disk? Welcome Xeno Freaks 256. It doesn't really, and yet someone else says it does though. Excel. Okay, what if we do what if it was like this? I think it's because it's reversed. I think it's because I reversed it. But I was simply doing that to make it a better puzzle experience. Actually, no, this might be a worse puzzle experience. Let's delete the whole thing. Let's restart from scratch. And this one. There. And then what? Elements of a floppy disk are the black disk, the metal flicky thing, and the white label. Yeah, I mean that's what I had, right? Is that not the same? So we have this, oops, we have this thing. That thing, I'm looking at this thing. We have this. This thing right here, and then you have this thing. And then you have the label. The label is here. Okay, that looks more like it. What if this was this? There we go. Guys, that's literally it. It's lit fam. It's literally lit fam. Label usually goes all the way down, not according to these. Well, some of them. Not always, though. Well, if it went all the way down, though, then we would not have the space. Unless we had this. I guess we could do that. And then we could have like some text. Like this. Oh, look at that. Holy frick. That's literally it. That's literally the disc. Yeah, what about this? What about that? And this? Yeah. Is this better? Is this better? Is this better? I guess that's valid. This is so valid. Look at the old Windows floppy disk icon. The top wouldn't have an outline. No, because I need the outline because for puzzle reasons. Because otherwise it's like this. I guess you could still tell. But like it's simply there to provide point of interest for the puzzle. Brighter seems better. It's too bright. Oh, I could have it be like this. Right, but some of them have like it's like this. I guess that's handled by this thing. Would that mean that this would be like this? And then I do this. I don't know. That's good enough. That's probably fine. Is that fine though? Is that truly... The Mario Picross one did have the full outline. See, that's what I'm saying. For it to be distinguishable in a puzzle and not simply the end result. What if we had like one pixel here to hint at it? There's one of these. The thing left of the metal bit is the same color as the disc. No, but what about this case? Not always, right? Surely. And sometimes it could be different. Well, I guess it would make sense for it to be the same. No, but like shading wise though, it's the same color, but then like it's distinguished by the fact that it's like indented slightly. It's indented down. Why is there no hole? It's on the back side. It's on the back. This is simply the front, which does not have it. I don't know, guys. It's so simple. Alright, let's see if this is solvable. Surely this is solvable. Bam. It's right there. Alright. New tag. Call that one floppy disk. Okay, that's done. Next one. We can add the Octocat from GitHub. That's a thing. Everyone knows the GitHub mascot, Octocat. It's right there. Literally, I could also just call it GitHub. New frame, GitHub. The GitHub logo mascot. Let's have a circle. And then within that circle, we have the creature. The creature literally this thing, and then you have the giant head. That's right there. The creature. Has anyone seen a creature recently? Anyone even creature? Yeah, this is discernible as the GitHub mascot logo. Although I think this part is a bit, should be a bit lower down. And also this, but also this. There we go, look at that. Wait, you're right, this is a bit, look at that. And then this could also be here instead. But also, it could be here. That's good, right? You could tell that this is GitHub. There. And then people will be like, whoa, what the frick? Is that GitHub? Is that the GitHub reference? I know what that is. Oh, I didn't save it. Wow. Programmers get it. Everyone gets it. What if it was like this? What if it was like this? What if the... No, it's fine. I think this is fine. Well, what if we added this? Whoa, shading. That's crazy. Is that even good? I don't know that. I don't know if that's good. Or what if we had internal shading? What if it was like this? It's not even really shading. It's really like an indentation or something. That look kind of, it does look kind of cool though. It's literally John GitHub. John Cat GitHub. Wait guys, look at this. Whoa. Whoa, dude. No, that's too much. I guess this is fine. It's fine, right? It's good. Okay, new tag, GitHub. GitHub logo. Anyone commit recently to Git? I should also probably put this one in a different place. You can't have too many things that have negative space. So close. This one could go right after the rooster, perhaps. Earth, put that after rooster. I should also take notes of what I'm adding, because I might forget. Earth, what did I add? GitHub, water, floppy disk, floopy disk. Did I add another one today? Oh yeah, Wi-Fi. Alright, GitHub has been added. That's another thing. No, headphones is done. What if I stole ideas from other picross? Picross. What if I just search for picross? And then, oh, that's a nice looking bird. What if I just copied that bird? I would never. What is this? Oh, that's a fish. Holy frick, that's a nice looking fish. See, I would never have thought. Oh wait, I don't have a fish in my game. I do have fishing. I remember I tried adding a fish and it didn't look good. What if I just did a fish, like, just copied? I can't just copy it, but be heavily inspired by that. What about, What do you think this is? What even is that supposed to be? What if we had a photorealistic portrait of a man? I guess it can't really be photorealistic. We could have like, you know, like the eyes are here. You know what it is? I don't know. How do you even do it? How do you even... do it? Just drunk man. Literally just a drunk man. What if this was a puzzle, guys? Imagine you load up picross and you see this. No, it's too real. Guys, it's too real. What if we added... a worm. What if this was a worm? What if it was, one of these things? It's a good thing I'm not real. Is anyone else here also not real? Can anyone relate to not being real? What about roll cake? What if we had a roll cake? That's a good one. Because I feel like spiral patterns make interesting puzzles sometimes. It makes them complex, you know? And I don't find them quite simple, actually, because they are complex. Do you have a city skyline? I don't. Maybe I should. It's got to be nighttime. We got to have a nighttime city skyline. But wouldn't that be like a very simple puzzle? How do I even make it look good? From a distance, perhaps? What if this was from a distance? What if it was like this? And then what? And then we could have like the moon above it. That's a possibility, right? Totally possible. And then a bunch of stars. The stars will make it more interesting. Of course. Of course. Wow. You can just put random stars. I mean, it could also be a sunset, but I'm going to make it like this. Oh yeah, there could also be dots here. No, maybe not. Welcome, Orpheus. This reminds me of the book that's in black and white. When you read it forward, you turn around and read it upside down. I have never heard of that. I'm unfamiliar with this book. Okay, what if... Oh, wait. What if some of these could be like this? And then some of them could be not like that. Like if we had this building be like this. And then we have this one. Classic kids book, and yet I've never heard of it. When I think of classic kids books, I think of the Hungry Caterpillar. I think of the goldfish that gave up its scales or something. Remember that one? The shiny, the book that had holographic effects. That one was cool. Yeah, the rainbow fish. Sorry, it wasn't a goldfish, it was a rainbow fish. I may get timed out for this. Amazon.com round trip and Jonas. I have never seen this. Was this published after I was no longer a child? Okay, 1990. Wait, what have I never seen? I've never seen this. I've literally never seen this book before. despite it being published before I was even born. Every picture works upside down. Is this true? Is this true? What is this upside down? We got houses. Is this something? What is this one? Oh, it's like lotuses. Beach plants. The city. True. True, it does look like that. That's crazy. You know what's cool? Books. I think books are pretty cool as a concept. Books are pretty neat. It's pretty cool. The Atari Lynx is cool because it works upside down. Books are cool. I think books are lame and for nerds. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, hey, you can't be saying that stuff. Get this guy out of here. He's literally canceled. You guys know that when people draw stars like here, it's bad because they're not supposed to be there. I've said this many times, you cannot be drawing a star right here. Because that would mean the star is closer to us than the moon, and that means we'd be dead. Wolfie is a nerd. I guess by certain definitions, I could be considered a nerd, that is true. What if there was a star that was between us and the moon? That's not possible. Would you think that's possible? I don't think so. And don't you be like a star as in like, you know, someone who's famous or something. What if it's not a star? But I mean, that's usually what's implied though. What if it was a Zatar? What if it was E.T.? Yeah, eating these. See, I was specifically saying it can't be someone because I knew that someone would be like a star as in someone like, you know, that's shining brightly, metaphorically. But no, you can't have that. It's actually just not allowed. Alright, this one is city, what is it? Cityscape Skyline. City Skyline. It's just Skyline. You think if I just search Skyline, would it be a city skyline? Yes, okay. Usually it is understood that Skyline is mostly for cities. So I don't even need to say something else. It happens every time there's an earthly eclipse. Does it though? Nissan Skyline. Dang. I should add the Twin Tower. They don't exist. They don't exist anymore. Could you fit little lights in the windows? I tried. I think there's not really enough space for that. I mean, it could be like this. It does look a bit weird though. Maybe, I don't know. Does it look weird? I think it's fine without it. You could totally tell from this. For sure. For real, for real. I guess like adding these would make it slightly more interesting as a puzzle though. if I just did this? We could have like a little bit of this. Maybe that's good. Maybe this is fine. But not all of them, you know, just some of them. Maybe like this one. There, okay, is this solvable though? That's the question. You always got to be asking, is this solvable? The answer is yes, it is solvable. Everyone talks about the twin towers, nobody ever mentions the mom and dad towers. But why would they though? I hate that song. Freaking hate that song and the way it ends. Alright, city has been added. Okay, let's look up other ideas to steal from. Is it soluble? Are you soluble? Picross. Alright, what else we got here? What is that, a shield? What is this? Whoa, what is this? Is that Bach? That one, that's actually amazing. You could quite easily tell the hairstyle. Either you're part of the solution or you're part of the precipitate. 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 What about Precipitate 7? Precipitate 8. That doesn't make sense. It's not pronounced like that. It's Tate, not 8. Precipitate. Toll. What if I just search nonogram? Instead of picross, just nonogram. What if I added the Mona Lisa? What if I added, ooh, a giraffe? Oh, a teapot, a tea kettle, teapot. That could be something. Totally, it could totally be something. Skyline. A cow. I already have a cow. What if we had have a cow? Guys, have a cow. Don't have a cow, man. What if you added a puzzle that was your credit card number, expiration date, and security code? You can't possibly fit that. It's like too much. Unless I encoded it as binary. Or I had one pixel. Konami started animating some of the card game stories. What, for Yu-Gi-Oh? How still? Whoa, is this an emo raccoon? It's crazy. What about a fox? If I added a fox, a panda. Oh, a butterfly. That's a thing. I could totally add a butterfly. It's actually just so easy. Okay, maybe not that easy. It's like a little bit easy. It doesn't have to be symmetrical, you know? Sometimes butterflies are just not symmetrical. What is this? Blue sky? What the frick? They started earlier this year, but have been doing it for a while. Card game. What's your favorite one though? Why are they called butterflies? Because of the taste? I don't actually know why they're called butterflies. Why are they? Butterfly etymology. What even? Butter. His name is obscure. The Bator Flioge. Name is of obscure signification. Old notion that the insects consume butter or milk. Or it could be the pale yellow color of many of their wings. I don't know. Why are they called that? The origin of the word butterfly. Bator, it does mean butter. Butterflies are attracted to milk or butter. I don't know. And it's a possible explanation. We don't really know. No one ever really even knows though. If you ask them whether they know, they might not know. And that's how we should all live our lives, to just not know things. To sometimes know things, but also often just be completely confused. All the people that knew are 100% dead. That possibly are possibly also correct about this. Alright, if this was a thing, this was a puzzle, would this even be a good puzzle? I don't know. I don't think so. No game. See, this looks way better than mine. It's because butterflies, they do need to have like this, you know? They do have... Oh. It's not quite like that. I guess it could just be symmetrical. You know, why did I make it asymmetrical, guys? And then we have this one here. And that one there. And then this stuff is gotta be there. Yeah, asymmetrical ones are more interesting to solve. But like, I don't know. What if it was like just slightly asymmetrical? Like this. But then it looks weird though. It looks strange. Anyone looking forward to the weekend? Anything fun even happening this weekend? Literally nothing of interest. You guys see the big game? Whoa, you see that sports game, guys? Whoa, football. That's crazy. The Mets. Love the Mets. Yep. That's a thing. That is in fact some kind of thing. For sure. For real. For real. For real. Okay, what if this one we had like little dots here? And then you could totally tell that this is a butterfly. Based on the patterns on the butterfly right here. Literally for real. Wow. Kind of a messed up butterfly now. It's so asymmetrical. And then what if this was also... No, you can't have that. You can't be having that though. Okay, it kind of like, this would make me think of a moth though. Doesn't this have like a moth-like design? Somewhat. I guess it could be both. I don't know. New tag, butterfly. Bam. I could also make it go out to the edges. Simply so we don't have just one row of nothing on it. Okay, Twitch is about to run some ads. It is soon time for me to hydrate. So soon. It's actually going to be so soon. You'll be like, what is happening already? Time is passing by so fast. I've been so engaged in conversation, I can't even believe that I missed out on the happenings, you know? The happenings. Everything is always happening so much. Constantly happening. For real, for real. Alright, this one should be solvable. Yes. Alright, time to drink water. Okay, I've done it. Guys, don't you worry, I've done it. You might have been worried. You're like, oh, I wonder if Wolfie's going to successfully hydrate this time. I have. Sometimes I don't, though. Sometimes it doesn't work out, and that's kind of messed up if you think about it. Sometimes we just drink water the wrong way, and we start choking. Start coughing. But that did not happen this time, thankfully. Alright, I've also added butterfly. And then what? And then we go to the next puzzle. The next puzzle. Oh, a puzzle piece. That is true. That is one thing. And I did consider adding a puzzle piece. A jigsaw puzzle. I'm very bad at drinking water. I have almost choked on a bottle more times than I'm willing to admit. How many times is so many times now. Billions. How many times do you think you drank water in your entire life? Something to think about. Truly something to think about. You hear the police outside? They're here. They're here to arrest us for crimes. How many breads? Who out here? Anyone out here eat bread recently? What's that like? Can you tell us your most recent bread that you've eaten? If even you can recall this. Can you even recall? I eat bread every day. I don't. I feel like... No, I had bread today, actually. I had a leftover chicken salad sandwich from work. It was like... I thought it would not taste as good when it was heated up, but it was actually still pretty good. Most days my breakfast is a cup of yogurt and a piece of toast. This guy is toast. Bro, this guy is so toast, though. Toast, it is pretty good. Do you have one of those classic toasters or a toaster oven? I have not seen one of those classic toasters. No, actually, never mind. My workplace does have them. But I've not used one in a while. I have a toaster oven. Let's go. That's where it's at. You understand toaster ovens. This one doesn't really look like a puzzle piece. I also have a toaster, but I don't use it. But why would you have both though? Do you get like one of them first and then like... Do you get the toaster first and then the toaster oven and then you're like, I don't even need this? Bro, the toaster oven can literally do what the toaster does and more. Although it might use more energy for the same thing, but it's fine. That's fine. I just took a toaster with me when I moved into my apartment. Don't even remember where it came from. It just appeared one day out of nowhere. Whoa, dude, how did this toaster even get here? That's crazy. Literally crazy, though. Is this enough like a puzzle piece? You can kind of tell, right? I feel like it's not that interesting, though. It feels a bit boring compared to some of the other ones. What is a Banjo-Kazooie puzzle piece? What does that look like? Jigsaw. Okay, so these are not as strangely shaped. It's hard in pixel art to get it to look rounded because you need a lot of pixels for that. Right, otherwise it's gotta be like this. And then same thing on the other side. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. Anyone excited for Christmas? You're like, no, Wolfie, Thanksgiving hasn't even happened yet. You can't talk about Christmas. Well, you know, there's people in parts of the world that don't have American Thanksgiving. So for them, there's nothing between Halloween and the others. It's already Christmas? No way. That's not even possible. Canada had Thanksgiving. No, but see, note that I had specifically said American Thanksgiving. I needed to clarify American Thanksgiving. Because I am aware of other Thanksgivings. Okay, maybe we don't have a puzzle piece. We had a major cold snap yesterday. How cold does it have to be? How cold was it? What even really is a cold snap? How many Thanksgivings are you aware of? American Thanksgiving, Canadian Thanksgiving. I'm sure like Asian countries probably have some kind of Thanksgiving. Countries that have Thanksgiving. Probably like Malaysia. Germany has a Thanksgiving or something. Netherlands, the UK, Brazil, Liberia, Rwanda, Australia, the Philippines. We have Thanksgiving. It might not be literally called Thanksgiving. What if it's the Harvest Thanksgiving Festival? The Erntedank? Or the Erntedank Fest? The Dank Fest? Holy frick. Harvest Thanksgiving Festival. Australia. Brazil. Brazil has Thanksgiving. Hey, it's also on the last Thursday of November. What the frick? While it's not officially celebrated, traditions observed by various American origin families. You could just bring American Thanksgiving to Brazil. United Kingdom. Thanksgiving in the UK is not widely celebrated. And there's no specific name for it. Equivalent to Thanksgiving is the Harvest Festival of Thanksgiving. Let's see. It's the fourth Thursday. I've said that. I've said that already. I don't think anyone celebrates Erntedankfest. No, that's not true. Surely people celebrate it. There's a very loud car outside. Japan's Labor Thanksgiving Day, which takes place November 23rd, is a nod to ancient Shinto harvest ceremony. We got something a bit different. Are you also German? What country? Dox your location right now. Your country of residence. Apparently the next town over has some celebrations. The Earn to Dank Fest. Earn to Dank Fest. Me when I have to earn my Dank Festival. How do they even earn? This is to earn, guys. Oh, flower. What is this? A jack-o'-lantern? We got St. Nicholas. Isn't that Christmas though? Christmas. Traditions around it. Earn and earn 10 can be cognates to earn 10. Me when I earn more than 9. Earn 10. I just made a huge mistake. 5th of December. Oh, Krampus. Yeah, Krampus, that's a thing. I mean, it's not really Thanksgiving though, is it? It's like a different thing. I don't know. Oh, sunglasses. That could be a thing. You know those keyboard cleaner slimes? I thought I'll clean up my mousepad while I'm at it. What happens when you use it on your mousepad? What if we called them rat pads instead? If instead of a mouse it was a rat? They are rat pad. They are Thanksgiving like. It peels off a keyboard easily, does not peel off a mousepad. How is that possible though? It doesn't make sense. Is there anything else like really like Wolfy themed that I could add to this? My list of things. A microphone, right. I was thinking of adding a microphone. Pizza rat. We have both pizza and rat. Those are both in the game. But you might be like, you could add both of them together, but that would be complex. That would be too much. Simply just too much. What prob's not Jack is here. Chicken jockey. No. That's what the heck? Chicken jockey. You know, one thing I found was really funny recently when Vac said chicken jockey to the tune of 6-7. For some reason, just like 6-7 chicken jockey. Like I thought that was funny for some reason. I don't know why. The phrasing, chicken jockey, I think is inherently just like a little bit funny. 6-7 has a tune, yeah. Apparently it's like 6-7, 6-7. Chicken jockey. Chimkin jockey. Chick jockey. What are we doing here? Vac sure knows how to work a crowd. What does that mean? Crowd. Anyone in a crowd right now? Anyone literally crowding around? What if this was a mouse? What if this was Itchy and Scratchy? Which one is Itchy and which one is Scratchy? Is Itchy the mouse? Or is Scratchy the mouse? I don't know. Wow. Chicken jockey. I believe the cat is Scratchy. Okay, what about Poochie though? Surely Poochie is the dog. What if Poochie was actually the cat? Wouldn't that be weird? The Itchy and Scratchy and Poochie show. Cheese. What if I had cheese in here? No, we do have cheese. Poochie is from Jojo. I thought like Jojo Rabbit. Jojo Siwa. Poochie died. No, he just went back to his home planet and died on the way there. But that stuff is just uncertain. When was the last time you ate cheese? I can check my photos actually. Photos.google.com. When was the last time I took a photo of something that had cheese in it? There was like some cheese in like pasta that I've had recently. That was a thing. I had a salad that had cheese. That's a thing. There was a cat girl called Puchiko. She's Dejiko's sister. I don't even know. When was the last time you did X has become a staple of Wolfie's stream? Guys, anyone doing things right now? Alright, have a good night. 2-7. 2-7. Wow, isn't that annoying? If I always pronounce your name like that, I will stop doing that. When was the last time you ate Spam? Probably has been at least a decade, I would think. It's not intentional. No, I know. There's no way that you would have predicted 6-7. Actually, no possible way. Literally not even possible. Maybe I cap it at 100 puzzles, because I mean this is quite a lot of puzzles, right? It's a lot of stuff. No, but it has to be a multiple of 15. 99. No, it has to be a multiple of 15, so we don't have one page that just has missing stuff on the bottom. 99 is that 105, but that's like a weird number to end it on. What about 150? Maybe 150 is a good total. It's like a nice round number that's also a multiple, but that's like so many though. That's like, what about 120? Maybe 120. We could have 120 puzzles. Yeah, 120, 150, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 1, 6, 1. Need 150. The kids got us good. Did they though? Are you sure about this? Anyone else sick of 7? Why did 7? Why was sick afraid of 7? Because that's just how it is. Because 789. I've told you all about that time when there was a kid that didn't understand that joke. Back in the day, there was like a kid, and we were like, "What is 6 afraid of 7? Because 789." And he thought it was funny, but I don't think he understood. And then he just said, "Why was 7 afraid of 8? Because 8, 9, 10." And then he just kept going. He either understood it too well or simply just did not understand that it was a pun. And then he was like, why was 10 afraid of 11? Because 11, 12, 13. He kept going. What if your name was Evan and you were ill? Ill Evan? It's true. Isn't that the guy from Stranger Things? Welcome, Michael. Thank you for the 19 months. Weren't you playing Peak? Is that over? Did you make it to the top? Have you made an Estus Flask? I considered it, but it was kind of hard. We did not. I can't believe this. How far did you make it? What is today's biomes? Was it the desert? What about an Estus Flask? I don't even know what that is. The tropics. That's the second biome though. Oh, and the ice. I see. Icy, get it? Icy. Oh, icy. Oh man, that's crazy. Icy. Could be Roots, you're right. You're so right about this. He's actually so right about this. Can't even believe. Yeah, the jellyfish. We did actually want Roots in Desert. We got neither. Neither. Who says neither? When would you say neither, and when would you say neither? You think Uma Musume prefer to say neither instead of neither? That doesn't make sense. They say nay, not me. But imagine if it made sense though. Unbelievable, man. What if we had a second puzzle that was Wolfie? A second Wolfie puzzle. Uma, like the saying, love your neighbor. Welcome, some guy. You're telling me a shrimp fried this rice? You are right, dude. There is a shrimp, and it is immediately followed by fried rice. That is in fact in my game. Shrimp fried rice is there. It's true. It's literally true. Anyone shrimping right now? Anyone out there? Shrimp. Shrimp on the Barbie. Throw some shrimp to the Witcher. I'm bedrotting. Watching this stream on a Friday. What's the HP on the shrimp? No, these are not entities that exist. They're just puzzles. These puzzles to exist for our entertainment. Let's just delete the art that I just did. Isn't that fun? We simply just erase everything. Just a puzzle. Is this even a puzzle? Anyone bed rotting recently? I was kind of doing that yesterday. I was just like, you know, watching YouTube videos, listening to what's it called? A concert, a recorded concert on YouTube. I was like, man, this is some good music. It was the classic songs of all time. Everyone knows music. Any fans of music? Anyone like music? Anyone hate music? Well, that's what this stream has become. Me just asking people if they're familiar with common things such as music. 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 I prefer Mew. Mew, the 151st Pokemon. Sick. Welcome, Craig. Actually, I learned recently Craig is pronounced differently in British English. They say Craig. I know you are British, so your name is presumably Craig, but I've been pronouncing it Craig. Do you guys know this? I learned this recently. Craig. That's the way I say it. Now, I would have assumed so. Craig. Something that I don't typically think about, you know? We've always said it Craig. It's always just been Craig, man. And now we know. That's pretty cray. It's pretty cray, though. Alright, this right here, that's a puzzle. It's a puzzle. If I've ever seen a puzzle, this is one. Whoa, what shading? They got this, not even shading. Lighting effects on the hair, that's crazy. That's absurd. Wolfie would never add shading to things. Okay, well. Well then, guys, what about this? Look at this. You can't have a second Wolfie puzzle. How can we have 2 Wolfie puzzles in the game? That's too many. It's literally not even allowed, though. It's illegal to do this. I will allow it. Thank you. Thank you. Is this discernible? Is 2 really many, though? It's more than 1, though. Why not 3? No. Do you think this is solvable? I think there's like too many like one-off pixels here for this to be solvable. Cause 3, 4, 5. 3, 4. 4, 5. 4, 5. Okay, this one, it's kind of like quite difficult, honestly. There was a puzzle I submitted that was basically that picture. This one, but it was oh yeah, no, you're right, yeah. I guess we do already have another Wolfie in here. But it was like a Wolfie face. That's different though. I guess we do already have 2. I forgot about that. I guess now we have 3. That's cool. Assuming I can figure this out. This one might require some extra effort. The one on Discord, wasn't that the one on Discord though? Was there another one that wasn't? It wasn't this. I don't know. All right, let's see. How do I change this one? How do I make this solvable? Got too many stray pixels here. You guys remember Stray? The video game known as Stray? Wait, whoa, all I have to do is add the things here. Okay, if I make this black, And then I simply had these ones be like this. And this should be solvable, I think. Do I need these are necessary. Okay. I see. That looks a bit weird. Do I need this one? I do need this one. I do need all of these, unfortunately. That should be good, right? This should be good, probably. Although I might need some more dots here. More dots, guys, more dots. Classic meme. You guys remember that meme? More dots. More dots. Wait, how was the other... What am I missing here? Did I not... Do I need these? Did I not copy it correctly? Is it actually... No, but like, that's like... part of it. But like... I don't think I had this here last time. Did I have it like, was it like this? Maybe it was like this. Maybe it was. It does look a bit weird though. It's pillow shading. It looks bad. No, whatever. No one really even cares. Maybe. Alright, whatever, that's fine. What do I call this one though? We already have Wolfie face. This one is like another Wolfie face. It could also be like this. It could also be... Wolfie face 2. Wolfie unamused. Unamused Wolfie. Wolfie stare. Wolfie smile. Yeah, what if it was like this? It's weird. Wolfie stare. Wolfie something. Wolfie face 2. Face again. Wolfie yet again. Wolfie stare. What if it was just stare? Yep, there it is. Classic emote that everyone knows, Wolfie stare. Okay. Cool. That's cool. Okay, what else do I have? What about What about a... another rabbit or something? What about a person? What about it's a very, very happy stick figure. What about dancing man? What if I added dancing man? Guy dancing. Welcome to Internet. That was a rad self-portrait. Thank you, thank you. Dancing man. Whoa, whoa, man. Welcome Lumina channel. Wolfie's rad. What? What the heck? Radical, dude. Totally tubular. What about this? What about this man? And this was a ball. And they're about to hit a volleyball. Wow. Dancing. Shot, but that is true. It does also look like that. But now their arms are huge for some reason. High Q reference. That's volleyball. What if I just had various sports in here? Oh, I could have a reference to when I used to play Nintendo Switch Sports. Badminton. You guys remember badminton? No, I only remember goodminton. Haha. True. You're so right. You're so right, guys. Sports. Volleyball makes you that buff. It's true. Badminton, no. Sports. Sporting events, guys. Anyone been to a sporting event recently? Basketball. Soccer, also known as football. Other sports. I've never been to any sporting event. I've also never been to sports. I've never even been to sports. I was at the Winter Tenno show yesterday. The real one? I don't think that's true. You're talking about in-game. I mean in real life, okay? In real life. Is a Wolfie stream a sporting event? No. That's not even the same thing. That's a totally different thing. Entirely. Alright, I'm gonna call this one sports. It's just gonna be sports. Wow, look at this guy. This guy is sporting it up. Of all the people who have ever played sports, this man or woman or non-binary individual is in fact one of them. Competitive watching. The football teams by me would be expensive. I'm not that big a fan. See, when I said football, I meant American football. Now, I do know that in most parts of the world, football is actually what we Americans refer to as soccer. This is not a person playing sports. This is a picross. It is an image. It's a bunch of pixels on a screen. What if the person had eyes? Well, isn't that creepy? What is that? Mr. Game & Watch, guys? Wait, but he doesn't have eyes, so... Wolfie, when will you get a ticket for the Yetis? Is that a D's nuts joke? Yetis, not even, something, I don't know. The Yetis, New York City football was the... I don't know if there is a team that I'm aware of called the Yetis. What if this guy had a nose? What if he had a nose, guys? Now it's Mr. Game & Watch. No, Mr. Game & Watch doesn't have eyes. How can he even watch when he has no eyes? That's interesting to me. The Giants? Probably. What's the Jets? What even? I don't know sports. What is the Jets? It's a plane. Wolfie, the Jets are a plane, duh. Alright, is this good? Jets is New Jersey? What the? I didn't know that. Isn't that an Australian VTuber, Jets? You're thinking of, I know who you're thinking of. Jets, yeah, that one. Also true. The Jetsons. You guys remember the Jetsons? Why are they still called NY Jets? I don't know. You're asking someone who doesn't know sports. Isn't that an old TV channel, Jetix? Is it? It sounds familiar. Is that the one that had, those, what was that thing called? Robits? Qubits? Robots wrong. What's it called? Was it this one? Cubics. Cubics robots for everyone. Is this a thing? Does anyone remember this? We've talked about this. I was only aware of this. I never watched it because the art style looked really ugly to me. The shading was unappealing. But I was aware that it was something that was existed. I recall this show, but do you remember anything about it though? It was too early. I was also aware. Wow. It certainly is a show. Scholastic? Holy frick. I remember Scholastic. I remember Scholastic book fairs. I remember. I remember some of the levels in Sunshine had platforms that looked like cubics. Yeah. True. The rotating cubes. Clash and Bash. 3DO. Isn't that the microphone that ASMR VTubers use? You're telling me they made Cubics robots for everyone? Clash and Bash? What the? That's crazy. Alright, what do I call this one? Is this like volleyball or just call it sports? Volleyball. I'm gonna call this volleyball. Alien. No. Wait, I can make it look more like they're jumping in the air. Because at the moment, it's like they're standing. It could be like this. There, what about that? Connect the head. It's a Pikmin man getting raptured. No, that's... Well, now it's volleyball, guys. That's literally volleyball. Now he's jumping. But is this solvable? Also, but he missed though. Shouldn't the ball be on the other side? Wait a second. No, but now it's like too low. The ball is too low. No, that's fine because you hit it. It's gonna fall down and then you hit it down. He's gonna spike the ball. He's jumping up in the air. He's gonna spike the ball downwards. That's volleyball. What if it was like here? You can try adding a net. That is true. It is true. Actually, so true. But that might be kind of... Hold on. If I do this... That's like readable as a net, sort of. Yeah. That's volleyball right there. I can put this up here. This one might not be solvable. Yep, okay, it's in fact very much not solvable. But the question is why? What's wrong here? Is it this? Nope. Is it... It can't be this, right? There's no way it's this. What? It's also not this. Is it this? What if I just removed all this? It's also not it. It's the leg. Hold on, let me reload this. This one, no. One pixel long line. No, but they're like connected, like this. I would understand if it was like this, but it's like this. Wait, wait. Hold on. I just make his hands buff. And then... Okay, well that's good. And then we just need to fix the net. Okay, I guess I have to fix this. There, okay. Surely this is solvable. What? What else did I change? Did I miss something else? Did I change the leg last time as well? What the? What? The right leg was a bit more straight. Do you mean our right leg? Our right, okay. I would have thought you meant the person's right leg. Okay, we could do like this. Perhaps. Ruins the jumping. It does still kind of look like it's jumping though. I mean, I could have it like this, maybe. No. It still kind of looks like jumping. I've added another pixel here. Nope. The thick hand is very... I don't think it's that weird. It's not that weird. Wait, this works though. Wait, why does this work? What the heck? This, and then that. This also works. I think I have an extra pixel here. Okay, that works. Volleyball. There it is. There's volleyball. Or should I add something here? We don't need it. We don't need something there. Okay, what if this? I think that ruins the monochrome aesthetic. Can move our right leg inward. No, I think this is fine. It can be readable as them jumping. Alright. Volleyball. Add puzzles. Git commit. This is a very long commit message. That's way too long, but whatever. It's fine. Also bothered by the fact that I've capitalized it when I did not in previous ones, but whatever, it's fine. That was pretty productive. What is that? It's like 10 puzzles? 9 puzzles? That's like almost 10. 9 puzzles. Alright, let's end the stream, guys. It's time to end. I should actually run to make sure it's compilable, because sometimes they're not compilable. This one is compilable. Wow. That is in fact Volleyball Man. This one is in fact... Do you see that flicker? What is that? There's a butterfly. So quick, right? Simple. That's... Whoa, that's me! Holy frick, that's me. Multi-stater. What is this one? City, skyline. City's skyline. Actually, this looks a bit weird. Something about... This one makes it look like it's shading. It's weird that it's behind this. Whatever, it's fine. Flick her, there is no reason to bother a well-behaved person. No. This GitHub, guys, it's literally GitHub. Wow. What if GitHub sues me for having... What GitHub... brand guidelines? They wouldn't sue me for this. Surely. How are we allowed to use their mascot? Do they have anything? Can anyone find? AutoCAD should be fine, okay. Because sometimes they're like, you should not use it. You should not depict our mascot like this. You can't do this. Delight our audience? Oh man. Oh no, this is motion guidelines. That's fine. Mona. Wait, AutoCAD is named Mona? Oh, okay. Mona is a specific AutoCAD. Alright, whatever. Anyway, it's time to end the stream. I forgot I had this open. No. Alright, goodbye. Thanks for watching, everyone. GitHub, there's no reason to bother a well-behaved hub. Whoa, what is this? It looks nice. It is in fact Paraguay. Paraguay? Paraguay? Guay? Okay, let's find out what day it is. Let's raid someone. Television Day? Gingerbread, you're telling me a gingerbread is cookie? National Gingerbread Cookie Day. Ooh, World Hello Day. Vasectomy Day. Let's do National Gingerbread Cookie. Oh, World Fisheries Day. There's a bunch of days that you could do. I guess we could do World Fisheries Day. World Fisheries Day. Wait. Vasectomy Day. Yeah, World Fisheries Day raid. If you don't have my fishing emote, but you happen to be subscribed to Accuracy, you can use her emote. Because they're pretty much the same, except hers is better, because it's actually more accurate. Alright, who do I raid? Let's see, who's streaming? Bunch of people streaming out there. What if I send you over to this person? Paint 2D. They've raided us before and they're playing Guild Wars. You can watch this if you want. Alright. Thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with something, probably, you know, Variety Saturday. Assuming I have enough games, I don't know. I did not have enough games last time, but surely this time, right? Definitely. Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow. What if we don't find out tomorrow? What if I just get really sick and then I can't stream? That's not gonna happen, right? Surely that would never happen. It could never. That stuff like that never happens. Not to me. Maybe to another streamer, but definitely not me. I would simply never be sick. In the bad way. Only sick in the good way. What if though? I don't know. Then I won't stream. But anyway, that's not happening. So, yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. I still have to wait several seconds for that countdown to go. Okay, now it's going. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.